Isn't 12 hours required as full-time, but most like go 15, 16. So
anyone who does 15 credit hours in a semester is killing themselves.
Unemployment rate for creative writers is double the United States unemployment rate.
But I'm not only a creative writer, though.
I know, but you are spending $7,542 per semester. That's the issue. I don't have an issue with the arts. I have an issue of how you go about it, and you are going about it in an objectively, from everything we've learned so far, stupid way.
If I'm already in this degree, though, and I'm already at Columbia, what's the point of dropping out to another school again?
I'm not saying going to another. I say fucking stop, because you don't need this degree for what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I've been in college my entire 20s and stuff, but it just...
Really? All 7 years?
Well, I mean...
And 18 and 19?
I've taken breaks.
You've been in college for a decade? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
The tools to change your life have just been upgraded. Download my budgeting app, rebranded to DollarWise today, and start your free trial. Sign up for the annual version, and I'll send you my budget-friendly cookbook that can't be purchased anywhere else, and I'll personally sign it and mail it directly to you. Download the DollarWise budgeting app today and take advantage of your free trial.
Annabelle, welcome back to Financial Audit. Now, we uploaded you at the beginning of this year, end of February. So a few months ago, you've had about 4 to 5 months to make any changes. I hope you had. Are you still 27 and still in Chicago?
I turned 28 and I am still in Chicago. Yeah.
Honestly, one of the big points of contention in this last episode is just, it's the fact that you're receiving subsidized housing, even though you're choosing to live in an expensive area of the cheapest major city in the United States. Even though also you just blow all your money and you're like, yeah, I deserve to get $900 of sushi on a monthly basis. And it's like, okay, so we're subsidizing that as a society. So that was one of the big points. And of course, what were you studying? Spending all the money to go to college? Well, it's creative writing. You know? And we talk about, okay, maybe we go into copywriting. Copywriting can actually be a good career in that. You know, I pay a lot of money for a copywriter, so that is something interesting. But no, that's not what you're interested in. You wanted to be a creative writer. You wanted to publish books, but you didn't even know anything about publishing anything. Like, you didn't look into it.
Yeah, I mean, I did learn in school. I ended up changing my major since we last talked, actually just because Columbia did do kind of an overhaul of the creative writing degree as a whole.
What are we doing?
Well, they no longer had concentration specifically for nonfiction. And so I took a journalism as literature class.
Gosh.
I decided to switch to journalism and communication. It's a combined degree. So,
okay, well, communication can have some things. Focus on journalism. Yes, there's obviously people that working in journalism. It's just not like, gosh, I wish it could just be a bit more generalized, the field. But what's wrong with like writing with a focus in, let's say, marketing?
Yeah, I do plan on doing a minor in advertising or marketing as long as everything kind of pans out as it should. But I decided I'm going to use this as a two-prong approach. So I'm going to use my writing to kind of do my own craft and form. I've gotten onto Substack and stuff like that. So I figured I'll do the writing, but then also have my real estate and have something more solid and grounded, but still have that craft. I do still think a degree is important to have. And I think journalism with communication is more useful than creative writing.
Yes, sure, of course.
Yeah,
anything is.
Well, yes, I guess. I'm excited to go back next semester and start getting serious about actually just finishing it up. Is the main goal
still to become a published writer, though?
I do want to still get published. Like I said before, I've submitted stuff to literary journals, but I just didn't ever. I didn't get a response, so I haven't been published yet. But not in sense of like books, at least like literary journals or anything like that. I know you can self-publish, which is why I opened up my Substack, and I'm doing other things to help kind of move in that direction, I guess. Okay.
Now, a lot of people in the tea world, they want to know, are you still with the dude that won't f*** you?
I am. We celebrated officially the 2-year mark.
By not having sex?
Well, actually, things have gotten a lot better. We were actually talking about, things have gotten a lot better in the intimate setting, but also we're talking about moving in together at the end of this lease term. We are actually, things have shifted since we talked.
Wait, what's made it better?
I think we both kind of got serious more about the conversations that we were having. You know, it's like, okay, like, what are we doing? and stuff, and kind of I put a little fire under his butt, and I was like, hey, we have to get serious. We're both in our late 20s, early 30s. We need to do something. So,
well, sure, by moving in together, that makes sense. But he was just having intimacy problems in general. But he solved that?
Honestly, I don't know. We've been working out a lot more. He's been able to kind of get up, and yeah, like we
Get up.
double entendre right there. But yeah, no, I think maybe going to the gym has what's really helped us. So
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely hear that helps a lot of people, so that makes sense.
yeah.
Okay, now, of course, you talked about how only able to take 2 classes. There's 6 credit hours a semester. You're like, anyone that does 15 credit hours in a semester is just killing themselves. And of course, that's like what we all did in college.
Okay, I want to backtrack. When I mean killing themselves, I meant like I applaud the people that are able to do full-time work and schooling. I just know that it's a lot of work. But so I am next semester. I've bumped up to, I think I'm also at 15 credit hours.
You're 15.
Well, I've signed up for 15 for the fall is what I mean. So I'm going to try and make it like seriously, because I told myself I don't want to go on forever in college. I want to get this done with. So in the next 3 semesters, I can say
3 semesters. Haven't you been doing it for, at the point of filming, 6 years? Isn't that what it was?
yeah. And that's why
Like a forever college student?
I don't want to be a forever college student, Caleb. I really don't. So that's why I'm kicking into high gear and saying, look, I have time here. This job gives me the freedom to be able to go to classes. And so I just want it over with.
What's your current job? Is it the leasing agent still?
Yeah. I mean, I've been promoted to assistant property manager. It's a lot of hats in one role because the firm is so small. So I'm graphic designer, marketing, leasing agent, assistant property manager. I have to do kind of everything, but because it's a small firm and it's like kind of like a family run business, they're like, you know what, we care about education. So go to classes.
You guys are destroying your financial future, spending like you have unlimited money, but you're just going further in the hole.
What do you mean?
You have a literal $1,100 monthly car payment.
Yeah, it's getting a little tight.
$264 in monthly subscriptions.
I didn't know we had that many.
You guys have to take control of your finances.
How?
Just download the DollarWise budgeting app. It shows all of your expenses in one place and helps you monitor your finances so you're not blowing hundreds of dollars a year on things you don't need. Download the DollarWise budgeting app today and take advantage of your free trial.
Very cool. And of course, at your university, your degree is costing $1,257 per hour, putting you at $7,542 a year.
Well, Illinois does do this thing where if you're full-time, they don't charge you per credit hour. It's just a flat rate.
What's your flat rate?
I think it's 17,000.
A semester?
Yeah.
And hey, man. Listen, and we don't even have to talk about statistics about the creative writing degree anymore, but no, sorry, 8 years. 8 years. You were in college for 8 years at the time of filming. We're going to be going on 9 and 10 by the time you finish, if you finish in the time that you did. Then, of course, you got a lot of subscriptions going on. You're in affordable rent situation, not even like a student housing thing. You moved to an expensive area. You wanted to spend all your money on sushi and what was it, fat gay boy pizza or something. You borrowed $920 from a borderline payday loan to move to Chicago, and it was finance charge on top of the loan was $1,034.
That's paid off.
And at the time of the move, you were getting sober from the sniffy sniffies at the time.
Yes.
Have we stayed sober from the sniffy sniffies?
Yes, of course. Absolutely. Yeah. It doesn't even feel like a thing I want in my life at all
Okay.
at this point. So
You're still smoking cigarettes?
only cigarettes. I'm not vaping anymore at all.
Vaping's better than Vaping's better for you than cigarettes.
There was just a study come out that's saying that vapes have lead in them. So I'm not trying to perpetuate lead poisoning.
All vapes?
Well, there's definitely not lead in cigarettes.
Okay, I would fact check that just to be safe and make sure it's not just a one-off, but even still, vaping, you're right, it's not good for you, and there's certainly long-term consequences that we don't fully know, but we do know it is better than cigarettes. Cigarettes is one of the worst things you can do to yourselves. Unless the lead thing is real. I have not fact-checked this in this conversation.
It's okay.
Why are you smoking cigarettes? How many cigarettes are you still smoking a day?
I'm still at that 3 or so
What's
a
wrong
day.
with you? Stop.
I know.
You're already at 3 instead of a pack.
But I mean, I know you mentioned the cakiness. I'm not wearing as much makeup as I was that day. So.
Okay, what? I was probably just jabbing at you. I don't really care.
No, I know.
You're objectively attractive, so it's not like I was just making fun of you for the show.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I totally get that cigarettes are not good. I'm not standing by cigarettes, but at least I'm not doing the double dipping, as boyfriend would say. So I'm no longer vaping, just cigarettes. So that's the next step. That's 10 years worth of a relationship with cigarettes that I have to try and unlearn, along with a lot of other habits that I'm still unlearning.
How long has it been since you did your last little sniffy snorty?
August of 2022 when I moved here.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Very glad to hear that. Yeah, transmission costs. That was a loan. Got another loan to help with your move. You spent, of course, you guessed in the month that right before you came on, you guessed you spent $2,500 in that month. It was $8,432. And of course, you said, oh, I should be able to eat sushi from time to time. It's like $70 a month. Fact check, it was $855 that you went out to eat. It was sushi and Big Gay Sal's Pizza.
So, I mean, okay, I was reminded of a quote from Karl Marx that, and I'm paraphrasing this real quick, hold on, but if you take all the joys from your life, like the theater, fine dining, everything like that, you will be successful with your money. Absolutely. But you will not be living. And you're only in your 20s once. So that's a slight justification, but not, I think, responsibly enjoying your 20s is where
I think joy taken away from people via Karl Marx's millions of people starving in famines. But okay, and of course, you spent a lot of money at Smoke Dreams, you were vapor cigarettes, now you're just on cigarettes.
Just cigarettes. And whenever I visit my parents in Michigan, I try to make a point to buy it there, so it's a lot cheaper than Chicago's crazy prices. So...
Okay, what the fuck is wrong with you? Okay, credit cards, we had $53 on one, basically paid off within a Discover It, $722, Fingerhut, $524, loans, student loans, $35,000 at 6%, personal loan, payday loan, $1,954, traffic violation, $713, freak, auto loans, $9,360, collections, net credit, $4,884, car insurance collection, $187, people's gas, $290. All right. Tell me what has happened, not necessarily doc to doc, but just tell me what has happened in your life past 5 months. What have things looked like? What is going on?
Well, I bought my own scooter, like my own little electric scooter. Okay. So I'm not spending crazy amount. I'm not being nickel and dimed by Lime scooters anymore. Insurance and people's gas collections are completely paid. Same with the payday loan, the Upstart loan for the move. That's completely paid off.
Not doc to doc, but just, changing in your life. We'll go through the documents. It's okay. Let me tell you, if I had InVideo AI when I started this channel, I probably would have slept a lot more. Back then, it was me, a webcam, and 3 hours of editing just to say, stop buying Chipotle every day. But for new creators today, you've got it easy because InVideo AI just dropped their own AI twin feature. And it's insane. You record a short video of yourself and boom, then you turn it into a full digital version of you that talks, moves, and even sounds just like you. And then you just feed it a prompt and it makes a video. AI cloning just blew my mind. We can now create digital versions of ourselves that look, sound, and move exactly like us. The future of content creation is here, and it's absolutely incredible. No camera, no lights, no editing rabbit holes. You can even edit anything you like change the scene at 5 seconds and make the avatar appear more in video. It's like having a full production crew in your browser. So if you're looking to streamline your video creation and editing process, go to the link in my description, check out InVideo AI today, and create your own free avatar. All right, let's get back to the follow-up.
Nothing else has really changed. Still in the same apartment, still working the same job, still with the same boyfriend. The only difference is just trying to be more mindful of when we go out to eat and when we get groceries. I'm kind of using my sister's Costco card to kind of bulk up a little bit more on certain things.
Okay.
But
sure.
Just more of the same. Haven't really changed much else. I got a new tattoo. But it was a friend that did it. So it was she's a tattoo artist. So it's not like I spent a lot of money on it.
How much did you spend?
$300.
Okay. Subsidized housing. Okay. So credit one looks like, well, you paid it off. Yet I'm seeing interest accrue. And you put purchases on and I'm confused. And there's fees. Well, I even have this card. And it's Audible, Raising Cane's, going in, getting some BS, food, pantry, nails and jewel, blah, blah, blah. That's not much of a change. Lots of interest and fees this year so far.
Well, I've made sure to pay it off all at once.
Interest accrued last month. That's not true.
Well, I would pay it off and then like they would charge again and then I'd pay it off. So like it's been
But you're not paying it off in full before interest hits. You're losing money. Plus you have fees just owning in this card. What is the point of having fees to buy things?
I guess every time that I've paid it off and then charged again, it hasn't really affected my credit score jumped up.
What do we care about the credit score? You're paying a monthly fee, like $8 just to have this card, just to be an owner of this card.
So do you think it's not worth it for credit cards that have annual fees to like have at all?
Annual fees, if you're actually using them and taking the rewards, you're not getting any good rewards from Credit One. This is not an annual fee card that we talk about when it comes to airline miles or travel or hotels or whatever this is Credit One. You're not getting anything. Do they even give rewards on Credit One? I don't even know.
I think it's really specific.
So what the fuck are you talking about then?
I didn't think to close a credit card, honestly.
Okay, so sometimes it's a little kind of paid off, but not always at the time when interest hits. It's weird. I don't know. That one's in a gray area, but you're certainly facing fees regardless. So definitely stupid. Definitely stupid. Okay, discover it. On this one, last time you were 722. Again, this doesn't make sense. Like, well, no, this one wasn't paid off. This is a 733. This is a 733. You make like more than the minimum, but you immediately replace it with purchases and then interest hits. So what the fuck are you doing here? What is the intent? This doesn't make any sense.
I guess I got a little bit overzealous at first with like paying stuff off, and I kind of overspent on paying things off, and then I would end up using the credit card again.
Overspent? What are you talking about? It's beauty bar, and Lincoln something, Jewel Osco, Apple Bill, Roku, 2 weeks tacos, going in and getting some BS, liquor, Mini Mart, Putt Club, McDonald's, paying stuff off. What the fuck are you talking about paying stuff off? That's hundreds of dollars of bullshit.
Well, I mean, I would like pay it off, and then I would pay some of it, like more than the minimum payment.
What is the purpose? This isn't anything that we talked about. We didn't talk about paying this off and then immediately spending on it and allowing interest to accrue.
I'm sorry.
No, that's sorry.
I know.
It's not about me. I'm asking what the you're doing here because this is not what we talked about.
I know. It was just that I would pay it. I would pay more than the minimum payment, and then I got too excited with paying stuff off, and then I didn't have cash to be able to fund things. So then I would then
fund things. F your fun things. This was $500 on this card alone.
You know how I talked about the Karl Marx quote just earlier about like living and enjoying life. So I did want to kind of find a balance where it's like, okay, I'm paying off.
There is no balance. You're still in debt.
Yeah, not as much as debt as I used to be, though.
We'll see. But also, Karl Marx, I don't give a. You're dying.
It's a work in progress. I see it as a work in progress. Is it?
You're spending $500 on this card alone on bullshit. Money on the other card as well. Work in progress. What work in progress? I don't give a f- if Trump says it, Obama says it, Mark says it, I don't give a f- You're dying in debt.
I'm trying.
Okay. No, you're not. What is I'm trying? Listen, I would see trying. Okay, $524 on Finger Hut. $422 on this. So what the f- dude? Come on. Minimum $35. Interest charged $15. Fees charged $7.88. SafeLine Plus fee. Interest charging. This is ridiculous. This is so stupid. $136 of fees this year so far. Interest $91. What the f- are we doing here, dude?
Well, that's what I was trying. Like, I would pay over like an extra $100. Like, if you see on the statement, I've paid more on the Finger Hut, and then every month more interest accrues.
If you rebalance it with more purchases.
I didn't buy anything else from Finger Hut. I just keep trying to
Not
pay it
that
off.
one, but you did on the previous two cards, and that means you have to put more to those cards, which prevents you from putting more to Finger Hut. Anyway, the money you would have spent on there, you should just put it on Finger Hut regardless. Upstart, is this that little personal loan you took off?
Yeah, the 9.
I assume your student loans are still at 35. They haven't changed.
No, they haven't. I figured because they're in deferment, that's going to be one of my last ones to worry about.
What's the balance of the Upstart?
Oh, I paid it.
You better have, because that was at 35%. Not even an option. Traffic violation, 713.
Those are now down to $320.
Auto loan. What's up? What's that?
I haven't talked to him yet. I figured again, since that one's not on my credit
That's right.
score,
That's your friend from back home, right?
Yes. Yeah. I have to call him. I know. That one's kind of low priority for me.
Net credit collections?
Also low priority.
Car insurance collections?
Paid.
Okay, so 187 there. People's gas?
Also paid.
Okay, so to be clear, 290, 187, and then the personal loan. Personal loan's actually substantial. But again, not much else progress anywhere else, especially the substantial one being the auto loan or the net credit. And then the 2 credit cards that accrue substantial interest. They haven't been with either, other than you spending.
Well, the Lime scooter was getting my own personal scooter was a big thing for me, because then I knew I wasn't spending so much every month on Lime. So that was my...
Yeah, that's good, but you're still spending on bull.
But that was a huge purchase, so that
it's an
one
investment.
Was,
okay.
Yeah, so that one
when was
took
that
away from
and how much?
It was literally right when I got back from Austin.
Okay, so this was a while ago then.
That was $400 though.
A while ago though. Doesn't matter. You spent $500 on the second credit card. So $400. Shut the f up. That's, I mean, what? You blow it like that on gay pizza. I don't know. Okay, Zelling, In-N-Out, Sonic Drive-In, restaurant, going in and getting some BS, Jenny's Splendid Ice Cream, going to Omaha restaurant. POS purchase, that's some bullshit, honestly, right there. Going in and getting some bullshit, I haven't seen one necessity on here yet. Going in and getting some bullshit. Get food pantry, is that groceries?
Yeah. Well, remember so there's this thing here with, instead of getting major big grocery hauls at once, because the fact that I don't have a car and stuff and I rely on the scooter, what I do is a style called European grocery shopping.
Yeah, which is why we got Uber Eats with $65. And then Alita, Netflix.
I have to pay for my family's Netflix.
No, you don't. Korean barbecue, going in and getting some BS. Chewy, Uber One. Selling out money, getting some BS. SoundCloud monthly. What the f*** are we doing? Starbucks.
Oh, that is another big purchase that I forgot to tell you about. I bought myself the Newmark DJ controller for my writing.
Why?
Because I don't know if I mentioned this before. I did. I want to get into music journalism. I ended up going to a mixer actually about women in music, and I feel like the thing is with the DJ controller, I can now interact with music more and then have that help my writing. So I know it's like a hobbyist kind of thing, but it's really important. I've been practicing every day. I'm getting the use of the DJ board.
Dude, just get the f through school without going into more debt. Then have fun. I don't give a f. You're dying. I'm actually quite disappointed. You made a little bit of progress. I'm glad you paid off an actual significant debt. The other ones were like $5. So, but come on.
I think the big
Karen,
thing
$60.
is that is kind of what I was talking about earlier, where I'm trying to unlearn a lot of bad habits that are instilled in me for a long time. So
you had 6 months. We had this conversation. You get access to the premium version of our budgeting app. You get our budgeting class. You get our debt class. You get our investing class. You get our recession class. You get our basics class. You get every class. Get our real estate class. I don't want to hear it. You're given more resources than anyone out there. Trying to unchange learning behavior? I agree. You've had 5 months to do it, and you've given every resource possible. You did pay debt. You paid a little bit of debt. You could have paid a lot more fucking debt. That's what's disappointing. I don't want to take away from the fact that you did pay some debt. That is good. But you're spending so much money, and you would be completely debt-free, except for that car loan to the weird booty call you used to have. Besides that, you would have been debt-free and you would have been so much better. You are getting subsidized by the taxpayer to live right now, and you are still spending literal probably $1,500 minimum, or probably actually $2,000 a month on bullshit. So I don't want to hear it. I am losing sympathy with the learned behavior. Come on, you had 5 months given more resources than anyone gets without even had to lift a fucking dime for it, okay? So I don't want to hear it. Listen, you can come the back on when you pay off that other debt. Have you taken the classes?
I did. I did start taking the classes. Yeah.
No, that's completely different. What did you start?
I started both the investing and the budgeting one.
Okay, obviously you don't need to learn about investing now. That one's further. And how far did you get into budgeting?
Not far.
Okay, so I'm done. Learn behavior. You're doing this. Come back on after you take the classes or I don't want to talk to you again. You're given every opportunity in the fucking world. You're giving free education that people are literally paying for. People are paying for. Because obviously, you know, we put time and work into it, collaborative with experts that are not cheap to make. So yes, it's a business. But guess what? You get it for free. You get the premium version of the app for free. Learn behavior. F you. It's you not taking the opportunity to learn in the last 5 months. Okay?
Okay. I feel like you can't change 10 plus years because as I'm an adult, like
except people do. Except people do, and only you, Karl Marx, can't. So I don't want to hear I'm done. Goodbye.